What's up, everyone? Another way back, more Satisfactory for you. Season 2, Episode 32, and this is really the jump cut, or the cut in between the previous episode of us setting up the refinery for TURBOFUEL and the next portion of it. It just became a big video, and I had to cut it in two. So hopefully you enjoy this, and without further ado, here we go. Alright, so that guy's handled. Let's rerun this pipe. We don't need to do anything with the splitter, the balancer, because that part's in. So that's pretty cool. I don't mind this kind of rework. We're really just making it prettier, right? So I think this is cool. Let's do it right there, and then we'll do another one, you know, over here. I think before we draw this guy, let's set up the output. What it's supposed to look like in this part, right? Well, this is always going to be one pipe. We know that, even for both lines. So we might need a guy here, at least in the beginning. Yeah, but we will take him out later. Oops. This is just to get me some pipe. That's what she said. I can't remember what I was saying now. Oh yeah, because I don't want to stop up rubber and plastic, because there are going to be builds based on those, right? They're not really waste. All this stuff is stuff we're using, which I think is great about this build. We don't have anything we need to waste, right? We need to get rid of, really. We can't really get a dial on this guy. I'm thinking it's about that. We probably should have started down here. Let's get all these guys in. And this is possibly going to flow over into a additional episode. If so, so be it. It is what it is. I'm really hoping these guys don't clip, though, when I get the pipe in. But I think it should be fine. We have to check the flow, though, of these guys. We have to check the flow rate after we're done to make sure all these connections are actually working. Actually, all we have to do is check the machines. If the machines are not backing up, then that means these connections are working. Because sometimes when you put these in, it stops up the pipe, and the pipe network gets all screwed up. Okay, so let's get these guys in. Again, we don't need to look at... Oh, that's perfect. We don't need to look at flow rates or anything here, because we can just look at the machine itself. We don't really need to care. Flow rates going in, we do kind of care more about. For one, because we're going up. But for two, that's a lot harder to determine why your machines aren't getting the raw materials they need to actually function. Alright, now we know where this is going, and we can also actually fix this, because we might have to actually go over this area, and we don't want anything here if we need to do that. So let's draw this guy in like that. Oop. Nope. He went through the floor there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to kind of sync this whole system so that no one ever stops working. This is one of the systems that I would normally sync in any video game, even if you didn't get any points for it or anything. It's just good to sync it because it's going to back up some stuff. You don't want that. Let's move this guy. It's kind of in the way. Eventually, we're going to get rid of all these guys. They're really just here so I can hover, and until I get a lot of power put in this area. He goes over to here, and this guy goes where? Over there? Okay. There we go. Now it's not such a nuisance. Okay, let's get this in. And then... Oh, yeah, I wanted to know where I was going to put this, right? I think that would look pretty cool, because it's going to curve like that. That looks kind of neat. I like it. Alright, so the outflow is in. Get it? The train is not hooked up, though. Let's go finish the hookup of that. All we did was hook up the floor holes. That's it. So we're going to hook up this. We don't need indicators. It's totally fine. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to hook up the bottom dude here. Then I'm going to junction to the top guy. So let's get all these in first, and then we'll do the junctions. This allows us to fill those two buffers kind of at the same time. What this is going to do is give us, even though we just like on the solid products, even though we technically only have one pipe flowing in, we're going to have two pipes flowing into the train to really fill it up fast. That's really what I want, so that when the train comes back, hopefully it's already filled, right? We've already got it all in. It's dumped out these guys into there. Now, the thing to know about these guys is they have 2,000, and these only have 800. So it's not going to really fill it up, but I'm hoping it gets it most of the way there. If it doesn't, we might have to consider building larger reservoirs, probably up top somewhere, because we don't have space down here to do it. Or maybe doubling up on these reservoirs or something. We do have the space to do that. We could put another set possibly here. I don't know. That would be really interesting. I don't know if that would work, actually. So this guy is just going to go like this. This is going to be a fun connection, because it's got to be perfect, and it still might not work. Let's test this before we do any more with it. Okay, if I get it exactly perfect, it'll work. That's a pretty sweet system, I think. And it's really nice and clean. Just super easy. Again, I haven't used these liquid reservoirs have not worked that well with trains just yet. Oh, I'm out of copper sheet. But that's okay. Let me pull up these other reservoirs. They don't really work on a supply trains. So I'm going to just rip these other guys out. At least the top ones. And then maybe I can rip this out as well. Because that's just not needed. And that'll give us back some much needed copper sheet. Not a lot, but some. These are 10, so that will help. There we go. Yeah, are we filling up? We got a little bit. We might have to do a resupply here. Probably going to have to do a resupply, because I haven't even done the buffers on the other train. There we go. Now, we can take all these guys out. I guess I could do that now. Do I have the space for it? Yeah, I'll be fine. And then what I'll do is just... Ooh. Yeah, we can draw this. It'll be fine. I'm going to draw this indicator guy to this guy. Really want it to be underneath. That's okay. I'm not super happy with that, but I'm not upset. Let's put it that way. So this is going to get us some materials, and I needed to fix this kind of anyway. So no big deal. I mean, not fix it. There's nothing broken with it. But these guys don't do anything, so... Because it's pulling from the location that's at the bottom, right? It's pulling from the train. So, and then the train empties out, and I don't think it pulls from the buffers after that. But I could be wrong. I might have to actually put those back in eventually. So there we go. That system is reset. And we got ourselves some material to work with. The next other thing we do have to do... This is not correct. We're bringing in coal here. Right? Why are these liquid? That's not right. Okay, I'm getting close to being too full here, but that's okay. So let's pick this guy up and change him to... there we go. A freight platform for coal. We really should request one of those. That's what we should be doing. Why don't we get this guy set up and get him his train, so that we can request, and he's all set up. Well, I might need signaling, so that we can get some of that coal in here before we need it. Right? We need something there. We need something there. This guy says he doesn't like where he's located. Okay, I'll just put you in again. A lot of times that's just I didn't have anything to do at the moment you dropped me. Let's get the block signals set up for this dude. Obviously this guy too. And then we'll put one up here. Okay, we can put this train down now. We might not have enough frames to do this, but we'll see. We don't have... Okay. I can make those. We always need beacons. It's the only thing we need beacons for. I think it's hilarious. We're going to run out of resources again. You need to carry like 40 bazillion of everything now to do any kind of builds in this game, I swear to God. Okay, so we got that. We got cars. 4 cars, right? I know this guy can pick up some stuff, so he's going to run off and do it right away. Demand, refinery, compact, coal. Right? That's what we want here. And that's really what we need to name the station, which we did not do yet. So hold on, let's get out of this guy and name the station real fast. Station 48, not the name I want. So we want demand, refinery, compact, coal. Perfect. Perfect! If you know what that video game is, where that comes from, that soundbite, you're awesome and you're really old. Okay, well, not possibly, maybe just like video games. Okay, so we're going to supply So I renamed this to raw material because it is kind of a raw material. It comes out of actually comes out of an assembler, but it's still like coal. Like it's not some kind of manufactured good, really. So we'll just say it's a raw material. It's about this level that it's at, and you're gonna go there, and then you're gonna go right to this guy. You're just gonna drop it off, right? You're gonna drop everything, and he's gonna jump off and do that for us real fast. Save changes, turn on self-driving. Boom. Get out of here, go do it. Now, again, I really wanted to look at our power settings here because, come on, somebody give me, there we go. No connection. Okay, well, let's connect him with this guy, I guess. How does he not have a connection? That's weird. I'm flying, so there's obviously a connection over here somewhere. No connection? That makes no sense at all. Okay, again, I'm getting power. Weird, this grid is cool, but the other one's not. Is it... Do I not have connection over here? Maybe I don't. How am I flying, then? Oh, it's from the train tracks, possibly. Okay, well, let's get... Nope, nope, nope. I need to fly a little bit, at least. Come on, guys. I think when I took that guy out, that first guy, I took the connection to the other side of the power grid out. There we go. Yeah, okay. So we're not doing too bad right now at 1300. It's probably because somebody's backed up over there on the heavy frame build or the computer build. Okay, so that's all in. We've got it hooked up. No, we don't. We're almost done hooking it up down here. We ran out of stuff. Right, we ran out of pipe. We don't need flow indicators. It's not that big of a deal. Now, these guys are going to flow straight in like that. We want to really fill this sucker up fast. Get out of there. In trying to be efficient with my space, I can't move. I can't move! That's a superhero reference, I believe. I don't really watch a lot of superhero movies. The Marvel ones are pretty cool, but I'm just not into like Batman and Spider-Man and all that stuff. Okay, I think this guy's hooked up. I think he's good to go. I don't think there's anything else to do. Now let's hook up. Well, since we don't have the coal yet, why don't we start hooking up this guy right here? Let's hook up the liquid that we need to send off to these guys. So this guy is going to have to be basically broken out into two things. Or is he? Because by the time we put a second line in, we're going to have Mark II pipes. And a Mark I pipe does one line, right? This is 300. This would be 300 more. And so we really only need one pipe to do all these guys. And I'm not... Just keep the reference to yourself or something. Oh, maybe we can. Ooh, man, that would be really rough. We could probably bring it straight off of this and just go that direction. Again, if we lower this belt, we'll have the space. We can go in right there. And over here, we're going to have a conflict. Well, we could lower the foundation right there as well and bring it back up. I like that plan. Let's drop it straight off the manifold right here, right? That sounds good. Straight off the balancer. All right, that's what we're doing. So let's lower this guy as well. Tell me in this comment section if you like when I'm doing this stuff. I know this is stuff I would normally do off camera, but I think because this build is so different, it makes sense for me to do this stuff mostly on camera. And because it's interesting. I'm figuring things out. It's not like we're just slapping in the same build you've seen like 20 times. Okay. Again, this is probably going to be split into two things. Let's color this. Let's get this guy all prepped up. Now, we're going to do the same thing we did to the other guy. We're literally just going to lower him into the ground. This is not rocket science. We've done this twice now. We're going to do it, right here. And we got to take this out. There we go. And I think here is probably good. Boom. Alright, sweet. Now we have space to put the raw materials right into this dude right here. So let's take this stuff out so I can actually see what I'm doing. And let's drop a line off of here. Why don't we just run separate lines? We can run a line for these guys, a line for these guys, right? We'll just run 4 pipes. So this guy's line, I don't know, I think here is fine. Because we're going to have one right here, right? Approximately. Let's just put it in. And then we're going to have one right here, we'll say. We don't want it too close because I think for some reason if you put it too close, they don't like that. We're going to have another one about here. Can't really help it. And then this guy's going to be, I don't know, over here, and he's going to flow into that guy. So those are going to be our junctions. Still got some pipe indicators, that's good. We're going to want flow indicator on this. And then let's run it across. We'll do it in a straight line. Oh, this is the guy that goes up, though. We got to remember that. Because, and we probably should build the solid raw materials first, right? The solid inputs first, because those have lifts, and they're going to have to be lowest. Oops. So let's get the lifts in here real fast. Okay, that's where the splitters are going to have to be. So let's get those splitters in. We're going to build a manifold right here. I'm sure you're super shocked. That looks good. And before I get too many of these in, let's make sure it actually works with the splitters. There's our coal coming back, so that's perfect. Yes. This works just fine. Just need to make sure that it's lined up correctly. And we're going to have 8 of these. And this is not lined up correctly. So maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, that's better. Let's get the... Oh, they are in. Okay, great. I thought only 4 machines were in. Because we really want all these machines in now. Okay, cool. This is totally simple. 8. Which means we're definitely going to have to... This is definitely going to be 1 meter, because we're going to have stuff running along here, it seems like. Alright, there we go. Let's take this pipe out. We don't need it, because it would be in the way also. And that means we're going to have to somehow... Well, we're going to have to build wall over here, that's for sure. But let's get this put back in. Actually, let's not. We'll do it after. So we've got that guy. And the manifold here I think will work. Let's paste all these recipes. I'm really hoping that that did it. Let's check them, I guess. Okay. They also don't have power. We'll hook that up in a minute. But we're doing 30 per minute, 240, right? So this one line should be able to do all of it. So we only need 1 belt. Okay, so now we can bring the belt in from over here. Right, let's put the floor holes in. Let's do all that stuff. That I might actually do some time-lapse, because you have seen this a million times. Okay, so these floor holes are actually going to go up, so I will build that part. And also, I just remembered, the reason we don't have coal is because I did not set this to unload. I almost always forget. So he just went back to base, or back to the origin, to the supply, and he's coming back. I bet you he's already on... Oh, he's still going back, so we're going to have to wait. That really stinks. But let's get these in. The floor holes are going to go up, actually. So they're going to be... right, basically, probably on... that middle line in the center right there. So let's about right there, which means it's going to be every 2, right? So it's going to be there. Yeah, that's correct. At least it looks like it's correct to me. There and over here, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's pretty far away from where we're trying to go, but that's okay. Let's get the lifts in really fast here. And we're only going to do 1 for this. Kind of obvious, I guess. We have 2 out, 1 in, right? That's how we do it. Cool, these are fitting. What is it doing? It's some kind of weird... Why is it doing that? Let's drop it from the top, I guess. Oh, receiving. Okay, maybe that's what's going on? I don't know. Okay, we're going to do it backward. We'll just do it backward. It's fine. Well, it's not really backwards, just the other way. And then up top, we'll just basically split this 4 ways. Because we only have 1 input right now. But we're going to need one for each of these. But right now we want it to balance. We want it to empty in a balanced fashion, so that the train will empty all at the same time and leave. It will not wait and wait and wait. Okay, we don't want that. We want it to basically refuel when it hasn't used up all the supply yet, so that it'll be a continuous process. And as you can see, it takes a long time to get there and back. Now this will be a little bit faster when we upgrade our trains, which is happening relatively soon, I think. Really after this build, once we get power online, I'm going to upgrade all the trains. We're going to have enough power to actually do that. So now we have our floor holes up here. Where are they actually? They're right here. So we're going to need the rest of this here at least. Yeah, at least that much open for us. So let's bring... We're going to merge these, right? This is a little bit of a different operation here. So these are just going to come straight into a merger. Actually, this could manifold down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to manifold this guy. He's not like splitting, right? We're not doing balanced splitting here. We're just going to put these into mergers and merge it all up. Oh no, that won't work. That won't balance it. The first guy will be overly what's it called? Represented. He's going to get his stuff in first, and he'll drain out fastest. So let's do it the way we would normally do a splitter. We got to do it where we put the guys in the center, we merge the guys in the center, and then we merge it again, and then we send it out. Alright, so let's do exactly that. And there is no real good center here. I think that's fine. We'll do the same thing over here. We'll kind of lean it toward this other guy. Right? Actually, that's decent. And that's in the center. How come this one doesn't do that? Did I just not do it correctly? Probably. So it's really that. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to need one more right here. But I feel like we can do it up here. Right? We can do it right here. And just send it that direction. That'll make it a little bit easier as far as the oddities of this build here. So now the coal guy is coming back. Let's just put that in there. It's a little off. We'll fix that. I don't have to have nice crispy bacon belts, but if you can do it, why not? Okay, so we're going to have coal. So we're just not going to hook this guy up. We're going to get him over there and get him all situated, but then we're not going to hook him up. We're just going to wait. I believe that is in line. No, it is not. Let's bring this guy over like this, right in the middle. Compacted coal is here, baby. That's the halfway point. We'll bring him right over here, right up to the guy, and then we'll stop. And we're going to hook this guy up all at the same time. But he will be on the belt. He'll literally just be waiting for us to put him in there. There. We should have coal coming in. Oh, he's probably got to lift it out and all that stuff. Got to do all his magic. He did that. Was that the oil train? Where is this dude? You here yet, dude? He already left. I don't see any coal. Unload. Maybe the train settings are messed up. I'm going to have to... That's not good, man. I'm not going to chase that guy down. It'll take forever. Let's just continue with our build. When he's on his way back, I'll jump into him and see what's going on, because it shouldn't do that. He's going to the right station, I believe. We set that up right, and it's set to unload, so I'm not really sure exactly why he wouldn't unload. Maybe he's empty? Maybe I set the other train to unload as well. That's a possibility. I'll check him when I get back, and then I might have to fix that off camera. Alright, so we've got this guy set up. Now we really just need to set up the lifts and stuff. Let's at least set up all this, I guess, and then we'll set up the power and all that kind of stuff. We'll get this all the generic stuff done here. Now what I should do, and what I'm going to do, is before we start everything up, I'm actually going to preload this thing. Now I don't care that this thing has this weird issue here, because we're going to actually be changing that logistics over time once we get more belts coming in of plastic and stuff. So that's going to actually change. So I'm not super concerned with that. I don't like it necessarily, but again, it's not gonna kill anyone. And it's only one guy. Alright, so these guys are in. Let's get now the pipe set up, right? Because this guy actually has to go over the top of these dudes. Now, how did I do this? I think I set up like a double lift on this thing, right? Did I do it like too high or something? Like that? Is that how I did it? Yeah, that's right. It's in the same line as the refineries. So let's get this drawn down too, which means we're going to have to take this out, and usually this belt needs to come out too. For some reason, these won't go over the belt. We'll draw this in, and then we'll put all that stuff back. This is just nicely not in the way. Where is that guy? He's going to pop right through and come back. But he's going to be empty, so actually I should go up there and change him. And then I need to manually drive him around. You know what? Let me fix this guy, because he's going to come up. I have to go up there and fix the train stop. I think that's the problem. Let me just fix that real quick. Here, hold on. I didn't actually make it up to the other station in time to grab this train before it turned around, but I did check the cart, or the car, and the cars are full, which means it is loading at the other station, okay? So that's fine. The other station is fine. Then I was like, well, why isn't it unloading here? Maybe I put or 0 seconds, so it just leaves right away. It doesn't even give it any time, right? So I checked also the timetable, and if you look, it says wait till it's loaded and 0 seconds. So it needs to be unloaded, and it needs to be 0 seconds. Okay. And I looked at the demand, which yep, these are right. Right. That's the station up there that gets us this compacted coal, and then you can't see the other one apparently. So oh, there you go. I just right click, and this guy's the guy who drops it off, and he is also and. So there should be no problems here. This looks like a completely okay build, right? So let's turn this guy back on. Self-driving. I want to see what he does. He's going into the station here. And he should just unload. I don't know. Everything's set up. There's no reason he shouldn't. All the cars, or all the platforms are set up correctly. Everything's set up. It's all set up to unload. So unload, dude. Now watch, it'll work because I'm watching it. That's usually how it works. Okay, stop and unload. Well, we're in the autosave now. Why is he leaving again? Why are you leaving? Stop leaving. Alright, you gotta stop this guy. Why can't I... There we go. Okay, stop. Stop. What are you doing? Why are you like this? Why are you like the way you are? Okay, now I've stopped up the whole operation. This guy can't leave. Nobody can leave. Nobody can do anything. We gotta figure this out. Figured it. One of these guys is set to load. Unload. 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 I don't know. Why isn't he unloading? These are all hooked up, and they're, you know, solid item platforms. So that's not a problem either. I found a bug, maybe? Demand, refinery, comp coal. He already knows to go here. He went here just fine. Why is he not unloading? Are all the cars full? Well, they would stop no matter what. They're all full. There's no reason this guy shouldn't unload. Maybe I should just pick the station up and put it back down. Maybe the station thinks it's a liquid station. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Let me just go over here and pick up the station and put it back down, and then we can name it again and all that stuff. I guess. Yeah, I have plenty of space. That is a liquid station, so I'm not going to copy that guy. Not that it would matter, I don't think. Okay, we've got a hard item station, right? Like a solid item station. Again, this shouldn't matter at all, but maybe it does. Slap it on in there. I was snapping. Station 48, yep. Okay, so we're going to call this one, again, demand, refinery, compressed coal. Just like it was before. Can't think of any reasons why this thing would have a problem. It's got everything it needs to do what it's got to do. Now I don't need these power poles, so while we're here, let's take these out. I don't need those. I mean, I don't think it's that, but maybe. Why don't we back this guy up? He's already going to the other station, though. No. Yeah, he's going to be going to the other station. Because it's not going to be in his timetable anymore. See? So let's take his timetable away and tell him to go to here. And we'll say till you're unloaded and 0 seconds. I don't care how many seconds it's been. Save changes. But I'm not going to turn him on yet. Let's back him up. And hopefully he does not turn. And he'll just back up through his own station. Okay, great. Also, I noticed the rotor guy wasn't running. The rotor train wasn't working. He wasn't picking up more steel pipe. And it's because when he got in that wreck a few episodes ago and I reset him, you have to turn self-driving back on, and I didn't do that. Okay, we've reset this guy. Let's see if he will actually do it now. Unload, dude. That's the only thing I can think of is this train stop thinks it's a liquid train stop, and obviously it can't unload that. Please that be the problem. That would be really nice if you would just pick up these cars and put them in there. Oh my god, that was it, I think. Sorry if I just blew your eardrums out. Nice! This guy's working again. Now he is going to want to get out of here right when these guys unload. So let's fix his thing real quick. Let's say turn off self-driving for a second. We're going to, at the timetable, we're going to put in the supply for raw material comp coal. We're going to say go there next, and you need to be fully loaded and 0 seconds. Save changes. There we go. So now he's going to go back and get more. So that was the issue. If you put liquid platforms on a station, it knows what kind of, if it's liquid or solid. And it doesn't change that if you replace the platforms, apparently. So what you need to do is remove the station and place it down again. Okay, so we've got stuff coming in. And it's coming in, looks like evenly, which is perfect. Okay, problem solved. Situation figured out. Figured out. I did. Thanks. Alright, so we're loading up this guy, getting him ready. He's all ready to go. Now let's get back to the other raw material input, which is going to be getting this dude his residual heavy oil, or whatever it's called. We're going to want indicator pipes here for sure. I don't really like the indicator pipes to be this heavily used, but it's good for this stuff because we don't know where this is going. Okay, let's just get these guys in these junctions. We're almost done. We're almost done with this build. And we're going to have TURBOFUEL. Another thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention is it's super... I can't afford. Oh, man, we got to go resupply. Well, I guess I'll be back. One more product, Frodo, and it's the farthest away from the Shire I've ever been. So what I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by not having enough stuff, right, and I had to go do resupply. I also hooked up the power while I was gone too. You can kind of see it all hooked up here. Is that we're the furthest into this game I've ever been, which I think is for me it's pretty exciting. I think it was a good idea to restart Season 1 into Season 2, to just cut it, because my build was so jank, like with my logistics system was so messed up that I just was super not happy, and I wasn't having any fun. So I decided to just screw this. I'm not doing it. So let's get this guy actually hooked up. I think we're ready for that. And apparently we can use non-flow indicators here because it's too short. But yeah, this is as far into this game as I've ever been, and it's feeling really good. I'm having a lot of fun working with new machines, doing like a new power system and stuff. It's exciting because doing only coal for like basically the whole time I've been playing this game, obviously not very fun. All right, so I heard the train come and go already again on that compacted coal, so it's definitely working. I don't know if it brought an extra That's ore. That guy looks like he's going really slow. For some reason, they slow down a lot right there. I don't know if like too many signals or something might slow them down. I'm not really sure exactly why that's happening. But anyway, I heard him come and go, so I think he might be filled up again because it has been a while. I'm wondering if they've basically got everything covered as far as giving him enough stuff. That'll be fine because it's connected in the loop. We can take all these out now because I got these guys in here. Let's pretty it up a little bit. Now that is our connection across the way. So before we do that, why don't we connect this guy across the way? Actually, we can just connect him over here. Because he's going to go away, right? He's temporary. Let's connect him to this guy. So it doesn't look all jank. Like, that's a little less jank, at least. There we go. Okay, so we got all that guy set up. He's actually should be receiving... Oh, no. We haven't hooked him up exactly yet. So let's get one of these in here. About there looks good. And then the spice will start to flow, and we'll actually start to... That's a weird autosave point. We're going to start to actually... We might need a pump here. I think we get 10 meters off these guys, but I don't know. I don't know. It's looking a little jank. The flow is not bad. It gets progressively worse. So I think we might need a pump. Let's just act like we're going to put a pump in, because it'll tell us how far we can go with it. It'll tell us, are we getting there? Why can't I fly? I should be close enough. I can't see the indicator. Well, that says we're going to be good, so... I don't know where we're currently at, though. That's the thing. Actually, if these are on the same level, which I think they are, we shouldn't have to do anything. When it comes down, you get that much lift back. So maybe it's just the manifold flowing in, right? These guys all have to fill up. Yeah, it looks like it. Until these guys fill, right, then the next guy doesn't get any. Oh, that's right. We were going to pre-fill these guys with coal, too, weren't we? Let's do that. Let me get a bunch of coal in my inventory here. That means we're going to have to drop a box, which I'm totally fine with. Let's drop a box so I can put, I don't know, like this stuff. I think I'm all done with this stuff. Why don't we just store all? All I need to do is put in some belt, and I think we're ready to rock. So let me go and get some of this. Oh, wow, we have tons. Yeah, I mean, we're going back for another train load, but we've got tons of this stuff. Nice. We've got 8 machines, right? And I think they're going to want a stack each. 3. Uh-oh. We don't want to unbalance it. 1, 2. We're going to get 2 out of each of these guys. So I can keep the balance, right? And the force. We've got to keep the balance and the force. We're going to preload these guys, and they're going to start ka-chunking right away. We're going to be getting turbo fuel, dude. Super pumped. And I'm kind of glad that I killed off Season 1 because I was going for a fuel build, when really just go straight for turbo fuel. Why would you care? So this guy is finally getting everything he needs. So is this guy's almost done too. Everybody's pretty much preloaded, pre-gaming already. And let's start making that turbo fuel, guys. God, that feels good. Now, this is going to cost a lot of power for us. So, our system is going to groan under the stress of all this. Because I believe these guys are 30 megawatts apiece, right? Yeah, 30 megawatts apiece. That's 240 more megawatts. So, this is really going to stress our system out. Let's go check on what we're doing now. Yeah, that bumped us up significantly. Now, I need to stop building computers and heavy frames. Because if I do, I'm going to jump up over 2,000. And then we're going to have a real problem on our hands. Turbo fuel, baby! In fact, let's recolor these. Not pink. Well, I want another custom squatch. I wish I had more than one. Purple? No, I want this same turbo fuel color. What is this, like a bright red? Do we have like a bright red in here? That's orange. Well, we didn't really use this, because I got that swatch and then I never really used it. So let's just use this for turbo fuel, I guess. We want it to be like this bright red color. Like maybe like this. Right, that looks pretty sweet. That looks pretty awesome. I don't think it's exactly perfect, but it'll do. I think it's actually more this direction. Oh, there we go. We're going to select that color. We're going to select that swatch. Nice. It's a little bit too dark for my taste. See, it's a little lighter in here, so why don't we do it one more time? I know we're taking some screen time on this, but I don't care. This is fun. I don't usually color my pipes, so it's a little bit lighter and a little bit more red. Actually, about that, I would say. This is good. Pink, though? It just looks funky with my build here. Screw it. This is TurboFuel, baby. This is in honor of the TurboFuel coming out. Let's paint this sucker. So we got to hook up the coal, or they're going to run out, and that preload we did is going to be pointless. So why don't we just pick this up real quick, and let's get this guy rocking, because again, we're gonna the preload we did, I forgot about that, is going to be for nothing. There we go. Ah, he's used a lot. He's used a lot. Let's preload this guy again. We only need about 4 stacks to do this preload, I think. We have some. We don't have enough. Let me destroy something like that. We don't need that much quick wire. Okay, let's go get an extra stack out of here and preload these guys again. Give them like 50. Oh my god. Oh my god, baby. TurboFuel pumping out. We got tons. We have so much TurboFuel, we aren't going to know what to do with it, baby. Hell yeah. Excited. I haven't been excited about this game, like this excited, in a while. This is literally something I've wanted to do for a long time. So insane. And we're getting everything. The spice is flowing once again. How are these guys doing? I didn't really calculate that. So then we're going to back calculate how many plastic and rubber guys we need to actually keep this thing going, okay? We haven't done that yet, but let's pre-game this guy. We don't want him to run out, right? Ever. We want to just preload all this stuff. We're going to need to go get more, because this guy is running out already. Actually, we might have fixed it. This is the guy that's getting the next... No. We're going to need... these guys are good, but we're going to need more dudes. Maybe another couple hundred would do it. And then we're going to back calculate that, and then this episode's going to be done. Truly, I think it's 2 episodes, I'm pretty sure. Wow, we've got tons of this stuff, baby. Nice. Let's get the little bit out. I think this is really all we're going to need. We don't need that much. Well, maybe a little more than that. Let's get about like that. We're going to... Yeah, let's balance this. Remember, we want to... I know I'm being a little bit of a nutbag balancing it at this level, but let's keep it balanced, right? So we don't have to put load balancers in, which we kind of already have anyway, but I don't like to mess with the trains. Once they're set up, I want them to keep running. So I think we should be... Yeah, we're up to this guy now. He's got 100. Everybody's got 100. Nope. Nope. I don't know why, but we're having a problem with the manifold still. We're going to check this out. It should be fine. This guy should be completely backed up now, actually. Oh, it's not connected over here. Dude, SpongeBob, dude. Alright, so let's do that. It's a good thing we looked at this. No, that's wrong. Connect it. Boom. Okay. So this guy is going to be hurting a little bit here. We're going to have to keep him fed up a little bit to 100. But it should flow directly down, and we should be totally fine. There we go. That's how you do it. This guy should get almost backed up immediately. I mean, this is going to use pretty much everything we're putting in. It's 240 build. Right? So this is a 270 line. So it's going to have a little bit of extra, but not a lot. There we go. It's balancing up. Nice. Very nice. Cool, man. Okay, so let's back calculate now how many product dudes over there, product refineries we need to keep this flowing. Actually, we didn't finish this, did we? Alright, so we got more. Did we finish all the way down? Yeah, we finished it that direction. This is TurboFuel. This is Patrick! Just blowing them out today, guys. If you know what that's from. One of the best SpongeBob episodes ever, in my opinion. There we go. Let's do all this nonsense. All the way down underneath as well. Looking cool, looking awesome. You can see that TurboFuel is flowing, and it's red or pink in the indicator thing there. Let's do it all the way down. Let's do this whole thing. I'm not going to do the station. The station's going to be... Sure. We'll do that guy. Let's do all these guys too. These guys are all TurboFuel. Now let's see if the buffers are filling up. They won't fill up until the station is filled, right? So, no. So they're still filling. So there's going to be nothing in here, obviously, I guess. All right, let's keep working on this. Nice. Looking so slick. Actually, I think I missed one. Oh! I missed connecting this. No, seriously, I want to actually play the game. That could be sort of an issue, I guess. Just the one guy? Everybody else is good? That must be where I ran out of pipe and forgot to come back and fix it. Okay. Let's finish the paint job here. Nice. Now, I know Jesse paints his stuff in whatever color it indicates what it is. Do you guys do that as well? Is that how you kind of figure out what you're doing and what everything is? I generally just use a couple colors that I think are cool. Like this, I'm going to use for these guys. We're going to finally paint these guys up. They are part of the refinery, so they should be painted as such. All these guys getting the same treatment here. They should be painted as if, and they are, part of the refinery, which has this cool, like, dark look to it, like Google Dark, basically. Sort of, not really. Alright, so that's all painted up, looks and sweet, everything's running. We have turbo fuel, baby. Nice. And now we'll do the back calculation, then we're going to finish this video. How are we doing on these guys? They're doing okay. So we are consuming, I think it's 300, right? It's 37.5 times 8. We're consuming 300 heavy residual oil. Is that what this stuff's called? Heavy oil residue. Same-ish, same thing, sort of. Okay, so let's see how much we're producing. And I don't think it's that much. I think we need to expand this operation. Because we want more than enough, right? We got 10 per minute on this guy, so that's 40. And I believe this guy's 20 per minute, and they're actually not painted correctly. So let's check. Yep, 20 per minute. So 30, 120. We need at least double this amount. That would be 280. That's still not enough. So we actually might add that in over there. And then we'll probably just bring these pipes together because they can easily hold more. So I'll probably just connect them in like that, and we can send it on. I'm going to leave it as is because I think, well, actually, we're creating, isn't it 300 turbo fuel as well? How much is it? I can't remember. We said, and I didn't write it down. We really need to write this stuff down on the outside of this factory here. I didn't paint these guys either. Should I paint them turbo fuel color? Could be neat. Let's do it. We're going to paint these turbo fuel color to indicate, to show their greatness here. Very cool. And then let's look. Yeah, 30 per minute, 240. So 240, right? Let's do this. 240 divided by 4.5. 53 machines. If we cut this in half, it'll be 28 machines. It won't be enough. We can take 2 of these offline. I think it's fine. They aren't going to get enough to all run. It's okay. Even if we expand this, they won't get enough. So we're definitely going to have to do an expansion. But not right away. Right now we can do, what did we say it was? 120. So if we do 120... Oops. If we do 120 divided by 37.5, we can run 3.5 of these. So 3.2 3.2 times 30 is 96. So 96 divided by 4.5. I can only really run 21 turbo fuel generators. That's a little, obviously a little, or maybe a lot less, because I want to start with 30. I want 5 gigs online. That's going to put us at 7.5-ish. Probably really like 7, because it's actually not 5K. Because really what it's going to be is 30 times 150. See, it's 4,500. Plus, we're going to add 2,400 to that. We're at 6,900. So we're going to have 6,900 power when we're done with this whole thing. Those don't look cool. I don't like the red look. They just don't... I think the piping is cool. Like, that's fine with me, but I don't know about the machines. Let's look at it from back here. It looks alright. I think it looks cooler if we just... paint them all black. We're going to paint them black again. They just look cooler that way. You know what? I should put up a vote. Not that you guys probably don't care that much, but... yeah, that looks cooler, I think. So we're going to drain that reservoir out, and then we're going to be hurting for certain a little bit, but that's okay. We also need to make sure that we're sinking all these products. We'll get to that probably. I'll probably do that after we get the power set up. I'm a little more worried about tripping. These are actually filling up. Nah, they won't keep up. It's draining out. Anyway, if you liked this episode, please hit the like button. It does really help. And if you're new here, please subscribe if you like what you see. And hit that bell notification. It lets you know when I make videos, which is really every morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I will see you on the next one. Stay frosty.